Toggle auto key mode. The toggle auto key mode is used to turn on the auto key animation mode. It's found down here on the bottom, and when we turn this on, it turns red. And it'll also turn out red the time slider. That tells you that we are creating an animation at this time. It'll also create a red around the border of the active viewport that we are making changes to. So the first thing we need to do is to switch to the viewport we want to use. So I'm going to switch to this viewport. I'm going to maximize that viewport. Next, I want to select the object that I want to animate. All right. Then next, I want to use the Go to Start button. I want to bring everything back to the start of the animation. Now I'm going to go over and turn on my auto key. Now what I want to do is slide my time slider over to a point in which I want to start animating an object. And it can't be 0, it has to be something other than 0. So I'm going to go to say around 9, let's go to 10-second mark, right about 10-second mark. And so this is where we're going to start the animation. Now I need to transform my object. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my select and move, and I'm going to slide it, okay, into position where I want it to go. Now, it doesn't matter how many moves I make here, but I want to get it into position. So 3ds Max will track this final position where I want it. Then I'm going to slide my slider bar over, and I'm going to park it over here at, say, about maybe 14 seconds, let's say, somewhere about here. And now I'm going to rotate it. So I'm going to make the car turn, essentially. Okay. So I'm just going to rotate it now. All right. And now I'm going to move my slider. Okay. And now I'm going to go back and use the move command. And I'm going to slide this all the way across. Okay. And now I'm going to move my position over to here. And now I'm going to move it one more time. Okay. I'm going to actually do a little rotate here. And then I'm going to move it. And it's really where it finishes up at. All right. And I'm going to move right over to there. All right. And I'm going to slide it across a little bit more. And then I'm going to turn off my auto key. So I made a couple keyframes. You can see that they're made down here. I have my keyframes made. All right. And I also started the keyframes at 0, 0. To view this animation, let's go back to the very beginning. And let's play our animation. You can see right now as I'm moving along, the car or the box is not moving. And then all of a sudden she starts moving and then turns and then accelerates through the parking lot. And you can see then it's moving, and it's moving over diagonally towards that handicap position. And now I'm ending up my animation where the box doesn't move. So what I did is I created positions automatically using the auto key button. I created our keyframes. The keyframes, then in between the keyframes, 3ds Max calculates all the frames that are needed to get the object from one position to another. So all I had to do was move the object from one spot to another, and 3ds Max figured out how to get it through all the different frames from key position to keyframe position. So we have just then created our first object animation in 3ds Max, and we played our animation, And so we essentially animated a car pulling into the parking lot of our building here. And we made him speed up a little bit through our animation. And you can see him pulling through, and it's sliding over into that position towards the handicap parking. And now we're way over here on this side of the building. So we use the toggle auto key mode to accomplish this.